Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the open Ultra League and let's see if we can get some wins. We're going to be using the Clefable paired with the Shadow Feraligatr and the Galarian Weezing in the back. Fantastic lead here. We can take any move from this Verizon, anticipating a switch out at some point. Yeah, there's the Wall Rain. And now we're going to be able to fire off a move. Moonblast gets used. We get the debuff. We can tank this because this debuff is going to be the Icicle Spear. We're just going to stay in and apply the pressure. We'll either get this shield or it's going to get the KO. Oh, so they have double water. So Feraligatr is going to be interesting to deal with. We have our own Feraligatr. They decided shield. Then we're going to go into our own Feraligatr. We can tank this Hydro here, so we let that go. We're going to have to think about keeping this Feraligatr relatively low because they still have that Verizon. So we allow that second one to go through. And there's the catch. Nice catch by them. But I think our switch timer has reset. So now we're going to be able to go into our Weezing. And Weezing versus this Verizon. Super solid matchup. Even if they're running Stone Edge, you can see right there, they need at least 3 Stone Edges, and it takes a while to get to. There's the Desperation Elite Blade, and now we're going to be able to farm down quite easily. 2 shields with a ton of energy, we should be good. All we have to do is just fire off Play Roast at this point, and GG's. So it is an ABA team, Fairy, Feraligatr, Fairy, and we're just going to see if it works out. The main core, Clefable and Feraligatr. All right, we got the difficult Shadow Feraligatr to deal with here. Looks like the Clefable is going to have to at least chip away at this thing. Now we see the Cresselia. We can definitely switch out of here, but we're just going to deal as much damage as possible. Here comes a Grass Knot. We do barely survive, and then we're going to switch out here into the Weezing. Save that energy on the Clefable for later. Okay, so they basically revealed their movesets, and we don't have to worry about any particular move. Their biggest damage is their fast move. They do switch out Regirock. Okay. Don't necessarily have a great answer to the Regirock. We're going to go into the Feraligatr here. We're going to call bait. We thought that they were going to go for a Stone Edge, but they decided to go for the Zap Cannon, and down goes our Feraligatr. We'll see if that costs us the game, but we do surprise them with the Meteor Mash right there, and down, or they actually switch out. They save the Regirock, actually. Moonblast gets used. They barely survive, and now we only have a Weezing. This Weezing going to tank the Grass Knot, and they still have that Feraligatr, so this is not looking great for us, especially since they still have 2 shields. Yeah, in hindsight, we needed a shield versus that Regirock, but we were trying to call bait, so unfortunate. On to the next one. If we had shielded our Feraligatr, we would have to still face their own Feraligatr, so that would have still been tough, but obviously it would have been a little bit better. A Gastrodon switching is kind of awkward because we don't want to go into a Weezing, and our Feraligatr is going to be okay against it, but it is going to potentially have to shield, so we decided to go in to the Feraligatr kind of late. They throw the Body Slam, and we're gonna have to fire off this Hydro before they get to another one. They decide to shield. Okay, we're gonna be able to get to another Hydro, and this is going to take them out. Oh no, and now we see the double water Tentacruel in the back. This is okay, but we need to avoid a debuff here. Okay, there's the Scald. Pretty significant damage considering we're not really doing any fast move damage. There goes their last shield. We're gonna have to shield here and see what they want to do. They eventually will switch out. Yep. So we did get baited, but that's fine because we can reset it eventually. We stay in and use this shield here so that we can over farm. We farm up to a move, and then we're going to go into our Clefable. Clefable is going to get taken out by that ancient power, and unfortunately you lose all that energy. There's the Weezing that we saved the energy on. We need these brutal swings to take it out. Second brutal swing gets it low. Do we get to another one? Nope. Unfortunately, Tentacruel is a little bit too strong for our team, especially since we're running double fairies. All right, next game, let's see. We got the Guja versus the Clefable. Really good lead. They switch into the Feraligatr. So we have to play this a little bit delayed because obviously when they switch in, they're going to get the energy advantage. And we don't want to match them quite yet. So we decided to throw a move, they shield. Then we go into our Feraligatr. We tank this Hydro. We are at a Hydro as well. Let's see if they use a shield. Nope. They're going to tank it as well. And now we have a choice. We can shield here or let this go. We decided to shield farm down is the play. Yeah, the way to go. We go and get the farm down. And now we see the Guja. This Guja here is going to have to tank this move or use her last shield. And now we have a great situation. Florges is going to get surprised by this Meteor Mash. Boom! And it looks like our opponent realizes they are not going to be able to win this game. Even if they had shielded this, we still have our own Weezing that is going to resist most of the moves. So we're just going to be able to get to this farm down, and we are going to be able to win that. So GG's to our opponent. Looks like we are going to head into this last game to decide if this is going to be a positive set or not. Let's see what we find. We got the Clefable onto the Obstagoon. Really good. Okay. They switch into their Skeledirge, and we have the Feraligatr for the Skeledirge. We throw in good timing. This is all about throwing these moves on timing. We have to shield here. Okay, ends up being the Shadow Ball, so now we know they're 3 away. This is not a Shadow Ball. This is only a Disarming Voice. We survive that easily. We're going to have to throw these next moves on timing. They decided to let that go. That's fine. And then we're going to switch out immediately into our Clefable. And we see the Dragon Breath Gyarados, and that's not going to do well because we are going to be able to get to another move really quickly. So down goes the Gyarados. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.